You want to know how to avoid a rebound relationship after a divorce? I got two things that I've been doing and they work for me. It's easy to say, but it can be very hard to do. So stick around and I'll tell you how I've been trying to do it. My name is James Burnham and I work as a fear coach. I help people face the things that are blocking them, they're scared of or withdrawing from, that limit their performance. This is one of the areas that I've done well with. I don't have a lot of fear around staying and being alone in a relationship now that I'm divorced.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?
So really the way you want to get into this first is don't start a relationship with someone to fill a need within yourself. A lot of times I feel like I see people after they get out of a long-term relationship not wanting to take the time to really figure out what's going on within themselves. They are feeling lonely. They're feeling really uncomfortable with the change in the situation. And rather than sit in that, they move quickly into things that distract them from the pain so they don't have to face it. This is really a natural instinct. It's easy to do, but it can be a gateway to a rebound relationship where you just go after somebody that makes you feel good and forget the pain that you're in from the relationship that you left. You don't feel so alone. They're giving you nice comments and words that you've missed that. You know, those types of things, they fall apart at the end of a relationship. You're not hearing good things about yourself anymore. The stress is high and that momentary fun can seem like a really nice escape. But unless you have taken the time to heal yourself and be comfortable with who you are and why you became who you are, it's going to be a rebound relationship. It just is going to be, because you're running away from what you actually have to solve first. The second thing that you need to do is heal yourself. You got to cleanse your need for justification. You got to stop looking for affirmation. You can't expect an apology. All of your self-crimination and feelings of loss and failure have to be worked through. So after you have decided not to fill your space of loneliness with someone else to avoid these ideas, you've got to dive into them. That's the really hard part, right? Don't avoid, dive into the pain. And this can be really, really tricky. I know that it is because I've been doing it and it's painful. But what I like to do is I like to take situations like this, my emotional pain, and I like to look at it in a physical space. So when I climb a mountain, I like to run on trails. I love that feeling of burn in my legs as I'm running up the mountain because it reminds me of what I'm doing and I'm getting stronger. And I do get stronger as I run into it. And then when I get to the top of the mountain, I'm sweaty and I'm exhausted and I'm breathing heavy from all of that hard work. The view is amazing. It's clear. I get to see things I have never been able to see before. But that hard work that I put out to get there is forgotten. The pain is over. And I was able to embrace it because the journey, I know the end is great. And I would suggest that in any emotional difficulty that we face, whether it be the breakdown of a relationship or anything else, this is that moment, that exquisite pain you're feeling that is leading you to something that is new, that is better, that will be that view that you never knew you could see, that will show you things you didn't know existed, if you embrace it. And when you put that mentality on that space, as you do your healing, it can become easier to bear because you recognize it is temporary. It is not permanent. So let's be clear. I don't think that every failed relationship is a rebound relationship. I don't think that if after you get divorced, you end up doing all these things and then you find somebody you like and they don't end up being your one and true person, that is about a rebound. A rebound relationship is when you run from yourself in order to avoid facing the pain that you have to walk through first. And I know a situation where there was a friend of mine who was dating this girl and they really liked each other and things kind of fell apart for various reasons, and almost immediately after the relationship ended, one of my friends in that relationship went off and found a new boyfriend. And she acted like she was so happy and in love and everything was great. And it was so incongruous to what I saw my other friend going through, which was deep pain, sense of loss, unhappiness, lethargy over this, transition. And I thought, this can't be real. This person cannot have gone from deep love with this person and it's over, and now she's found another person within the space of a few weeks that has replaced that. And of course, a few months down the road, what we discovered was it wasn't real. That relationship ended. It was a typical rebound relationship. It was understandable. Of course, she was wanting to run away from that pain she felt and find a place of solace to fill that space. And of course, it didn't work out. And there's nothing to be embarrassed about in a situation like that, but sometimes that just extends the length that it takes us to get through that pain, and it enhances it because we're still not facing it. And if you continue, you'll see this, and I have seen this with people, if you continue to not face that pain, if you continue to avoid walking through it, you will bounce and bounce and bounce and never return. Like you just do rebound after rebound. And that's why I think so often when you look at the statistics, somewhere between 40 to 50% of all people get divorced. But when you have a second marriage, it moves up to somewhere in the range of 75% chance of failure. Because so few of us want to go through that painful process of letting ourselves heal, letting ourselves understand that we need to first take care of ourselves before we then make ourselves available to be open with someone else. It's a tough thing to do. It's a big transition. You're used to having somebody around. You feel lonely. You feel lost. You feel devalued. These are all natural feelings to go through. And so when you have the rare opportunity in that space to meet somebody that is making you feel good, it can easily be a distraction that leads you down a path that is not the path you want to take if you don't want to be in a rebound relationship. So if that's you, if you're there and you're feeling heartbroken and you have gone through the breakup of a relationship and you are, out and about, it's okay. You get to go out and do that, but don't think for a second that you are going to find your one and true person until you have walked through that barrier of pain that is before you. It is not something to be avoided. Dive in. Embrace it. Feel that pain. Drop down. Follow the flow. And as you go through it, think about what you're learning. It will reveal to you deep and powerful insights in who you are, how you move through life, what you need out of life, what you don't need, and what you yourself bring to the table. These are deep spaces of wisdom that require effort. They require a little bit of patience. They require us to find clarity in a moment where all we want to do is escape. So buckle up. It's a big ride. It is going to be a roller coaster of emotions. And as you do that, you will find there's a moment for you to meet somebody as you are, healed, strong, and ready. And that's my advice. That's what I've been trying to do. I haven't had a rebound yet. If you like this video, check out my next one, How to Heal from a Friendship Breakup. I got some more tips on things you might want to do to heal that breaking heart. And tell me what you're going through. What have you done? Have you had to do a rebound relationship yourself? What did you learn from it? Have you had a chance to dive into that space of uncomfortable learning? I'd love to know. Anyway, like, subscribe, click on the bell so you don't miss any content. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Here comes that next video.